What is up, future rich bitches? For those of you that are new here, hello and welcome. I am Madeline, and this channel focuses all on demystifying investing and personal finance and giving young women the tools that they need to start building wealth and bridging the wealth gap. So if that is something that is of interest to you and you want to become a future rich bitch, make sure to subscribe to this channel. Also, go ahead and give this video a like and share with your friends if you think they might also be interested in becoming rich bitches too. Today, we're going to talk about why you need a high interest savings account and how it's going to help you achieve your savings goals. So, in college, I was at a party and I had a little bit, extra to drink. And I was trying to get into the basement at this house, and there was a long set of stairs leading to that basement. So me and my heels, and with my extra confidence, thanks to Captain Morgan, we tried to go down those stairs unassisted. And it did not end well. We kind of came tumbling down. And this reminds me a lot of our economy in March and April, where, all you're hearing in January, February is, oh, longest economic expansion in modern history, blah, blah, blah. Stocks are super high. And then here comes COVID and everything crashes. The whole country is shut down and so many people are out of work. And this is why a savings is so important. Your savings is the backbone of your financial health and stability, and the first thing that you should focus on when you are trying to become wealthy or just get off the ground from, spending and living paycheck to paycheck, no matter how much money you're making, to really trying to build your financial foundation. Because recessions are going to happen. Job losses are going to happen. And this lets you coast through those times much more easily than if you were living paycheck to paycheck and all of a sudden find yourself without any income to pay all of the bills that you have sitting there. And when tons of job losses started coming through in March and April, most of those people didn't have anything saved. And in total, only 23% of Americans have 6 months of expenses saved. So that means at best, 3/4 of those people didn't have an adequate savings that they could rely on when they lost their jobs, which is terrifying. So if you're wondering, after looking at all of this economic turmoil, how you can start, where to start, this is it. This is it. Start with a savings. Okay, now what on earth is a high interest savings account, and why is that what I'm recommending for your savings? So a high interest savings account is different than like your traditional account. Your traditional account is going to be, like if you have your checking account at Chase Bank and you have a checking and a savings together, it's a traditional savings account most likely. And those right now are paying a return of around 0.01%. So that just means that every year they're going to give you 0.01% of your money as thanks for saving with us. High interest savings accounts, on the other hand, are paying a little less than 1% at this point. Even though that doesn't sound like that much of a leap, let's say that they're paying 0.75% right now. 0.01% means that Chase is saying, okay, thank you for this $100. We're going to pay you 1 penny. And a high interest account is saying, thank you for this $100. We're going to pay you 75 cents. And now that seems minimal and maybe stupid to worry about. But if two people are standing there and one person's like, oh, if you give me $100, I'll give you back $100.01. Or somebody else is like, I'm going to give you $100.75. You're going to give it to the person who's going to give you 75 cents. So why would you not do that in this case also? So open a high interest account because they're going to pay you more to put your money in there. And that is super important for 2 key reasons. The first is that inflation every year erodes the purchasing power of the money in your savings. And I just did a video on this last week, which I will link in the description box below. You can go look and learn more about what purchasing power is and how much you're losing and why this is super important and how it's actually affecting your life. So check out that video to learn more about purchasing power. But a higher return is going to minimize the effect that inflation is having on the money in your savings. Super important. Obviously, you want to preserve as much of your money as possible and be able to buy as much with your money as possible. So this helps tremendously with minimizing that. Also, when interest rates fluctuate, your savings account rate in your high interest account is also going to fluctuate. So like when I opened my high interest savings account years ago, it was actually paying like 2.5%. Inflation was like a little bit under 2% or around 2%. So I was actually preserving all of my purchasing power and making additional returns on the money in my savings. So don't worry so much about how small the return is now as to how beneficial that's going to be and that you can actually make money in the future when interest rates go up. And that part is where it's going to be super crucial for helping you hit your 6-month goal. And that's because we're about to calculate your 6-month savings goal and you're maybe gonna poop your pants a little bit. It's probably gonna be higher than you thought. So how do you even know what your savings goal is, right? So first thing you have to do is calculate 1 month of spending. And this is going to include pretty much all of your spending except like discretionary spending. So like not shopping or going out to eat or going to bars or concerts, which we can't do right now. But whatever it is that you do to have fun, basically cut all the fun stuff out. And then you're left with whatever your spending is. So rent, any loan payments, electricity, food from the grocery store, all of this kind of stuff. What is your budget? What do you need to like kind of survive or like live normally, pay all your bills every month? So, you know, budget that all out and then take that number and multiply it by 6. Then that's already probably going to be higher than you expected. But on top of that, I also want you to add an additional 25%. And that's because there's always something that comes up. So maybe your friend gets married and it's your best friend forever and you can't imagine missing it. Okay, well, you're gonna spend money on that. Or maybe you get a flat tire while you're out of work and you have to replace your tires, and that's several $100s. So to make sure that when these things come up that you're not actually budgeting for, you want to make sure that you have some extra cushion. This is already going to be a stressful time if you lose your job or the economy shuts down or whatever. So make sure to plan ahead as best as you can. Once you have that 25%, you're probably like, holy shit. How am I ever gonna reach this savings goal? Like, there's no way. But it's okay. Don't worry. Take a chill pill. The extra returns you're getting on your high interest account are going to help you get there faster. And while right now that may be a little bit low and not as quick as you were hoping, it will help. And any free money is good for me. So if someone's going to pay you more to put your money in that account, you better believe you should put it in that account. Also, don't get so focused on the total end number of your goals. So maybe your 6-month savings goal is, I don't know, $25,000. And that seems really astronomical to you. But if you can save 3 months of expenses before something happens, that's way better than having 0 months of expenses saved and something happening. So congratulate yourself for taking a step to lead you to that goal instead of focusing on how long it's actually going to take you to get there. And I say that too because your financial situation is going to change. So maybe right now you're just out of college or you just started a new career or something like that. and you can only contribute $50 a month or $100 a month, and you calculate that out and you're like, oh my gosh, it's going to take me so long to get there at this contribution level. But don't worry about that, because in 3 years, maybe you have a promotion and you're making $20,000 more a year, or you start a new job that pays you a lot more. In several years, your financial situation is hopefully not going to be the same as it is right now, and you can increase your contributions as your income increases. And the key to do that is to make sure that when you get promotions and raises and these awesome, awesome things bring more money into your life, don't succumb to lifestyle inflation and spending all of your personal profits. And so personal profits are just the same as company profits, just for your person. So profit is revenue minus expenses gives you your profit. So it's the same for you. Your revenue is going to be your income, and then you've already calculated all of your expenses, so you can calculate your personal profits now. And so if you get a raise and let's say you're bringing home now $200 extra a month, a lot of people just want to go, you know, maybe they go out to eat some more or to nicer places, or they shop more. When that happens, make sure to first, well, have a little fun. Buy yourself some nice shoes, or I don't know, splurge a little bit. But once you've treated yourself and congratulated yourself for this awesome achievement, then the first thing you need to do is start updating your automated financial system. And I say your automated financial system because the key to making this work for you and be easy and seamless is just setting up automatic deposits into your high interest account. And so you can do that every 2 weeks when you get paid, once a month, whatever you're comfortable with. Just set up automatic deposits into this account for what you can manage now. Then when you get raises and promotions and things in the future and your income increases, make sure to say, okay, great, let me add $50 or $100 or whatever a month, a week to my automatic system, and then you're done. After that, you don't ever have to think about it. It's doing all the work for you. You're getting paid more to keep your money in this brand new account you just opened. And I mean, this is like the best thing ever. There's no better way to do this. This is why you need a high interest account. High interest accounts are great. They pay you more to put your money in them, which means that you can reach that goal that you probably didn't think it was going to be that high sooner, and they're going to preserve more of your purchasing power. I literally don't have anything bad to say about high interest accounts. If you don't have one, make sure to go ahead, look them up. It's super easy. There are several. They pay slightly different rates. Find one that you're comfortable with using, and just set it up. Don't worry about the minutia of the fluctuating rates. If one's paying 0.05% more, it's not going to make that big of a difference. And focus on setting up your automatic system to work for you instead. Pick an account, open it, transfer any current savings balance you have in a traditional account to that, because you want to make money on any money you already have saved in your high interest account. So move that over from your traditional and set up those automatic payments, and you're coasting. You're on the way to your goal. So set up your high interest account. It's going to help you achieve your goal faster because they're paying you more to keep your money in there. And it's going to help preserve more of your purchasing power. 2 super important things for reaching your financial goals and becoming a rich bitch. So I hope this really helped demystify high interest savings accounts and gave you the tools that you need to go ahead and set one up. So thanks so much for watching. If you want all the tips and tricks for how you can become a rich bitch, make sure to subscribe to this channel. Like this video, please, because I want to be a rich bitch too. And thanks so much for watching, and I will see you soon.